What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of the video games, we're going to be checking out Othercide. Othercide is a tactical strategy game where we're going to be running around shooting guns, killing weird flexy monsters. Like, look at that guy right there. He's doing like a weird little, he's doing a little saran wrap trash bag flexi bag thing with his face, just as he's trying to come after us. This is important to note that this video is sponsored, so don't use this as any type of review or critique or anything else like that. This is very specifically meant for entertainment purposes only, so I'm going to dial it up to 11. We're going to try to be super entertaining today. I don't know if it's going to be like in the cards, but I'm going to try really, really hard. Let's go and check it on out. If after watching this video you find that you wanted to get the game for yourself, it's out on Steam right now. You can check it out down below. I'll have a link for you, just nice and easy peasy. And with that all out of the way, let's get this thing rolling.
He needs us. The other has come for the chosen one, and soon the veil will break. The suffering cannot continue. Suffering festers within him. The edge of reality frays. Each battle takes more and more out of me. The other could shred the veil and devour our world. Will you stay with me until the end? I'll give what I can. What I have left. Let it go here and no further.
Yep, you gotta DBZ it up. This is the moment right here. Cell is looming over you. Ah! You gotta pull everything you have.
Watch, my friend. Once I move to strike, the first will fall.
Alright. So, apparently we're talking about HPs right now. We have 4,900 HP. You definitely don't want people to run out of that. It's going to be deadly. AP is going to dictate what we can do, what we can perform. They want me to move to the red square right here, so I assume we just boink like so. That's going to cost us 10 AP out of the 100 that we have, and then we can confirm that with the space bar right there.
The other seems more against us.
Can't help but notice this guy has a rather large hooky blade. We probably want to take him out. I like the pointy. He's got like a little plague mask though right there. It's kind of cool. It's kind of badass. All right. So on the list of things we're trying to accomplish right now, we got to stab this guy in the face. I'm okay with it. Seems to have worked out all... Oh, wow. That was kind of a cool death animation. So when she hit him right there, it like knocked the chunk out of the middle of him. And I was expecting it to regenerate and refill back in. But actually, we just one-shotted him because we don't know our own strength. We're all elbows and shoulders. Some people are just born like that. So apparently our timeline is going to order everybody by initiative, and then it's going to move around. We'll keep an eye on it, and we'll try to get used to like the intricacies of whatever it is that it does as we move along. I'm going to end my turn right here, though, because the game wants me to wait for a minute. I assume that this is one of those battles that I'm going to be like supposed to lose for narrative purposes. That guy's got a gun. They just escalate. The last guy came in with a crude farming implement. This guy's just like, hold on, I cast gun. Delayed skills immediately will end your turn, and their powerful effects are later. Okay. So it's got kind of like a Grandia thing going on. The cult is preparing a delayed massive shot. I don't very much like that. I guess I got a shield charge over here. So this skill will delay the target's next action. So, like, how do I know? Can I click on some of this stuff? Like, where is... It seems to have worked out okay, and it canceled out his abilities. So what I was looking at right here is the enemy, I think, this was the enemy's turn right here. I'm not super sure about it. And then there was a little clock on this side. The little clock disappeared when I just shield bashed him. So I'm assuming that there's the cast and then there's the activation time. So yeah, it's a timeline-based game, a lot like Grandia. I don't know if you ever played that, but Grandia had a very similar system. And in fact, I actually, for a turn-based game, I thought that Grandia actually had a really, really sort of intricate and elegant system for inflicting a little bit of real-time consequence to a turn-based game. If you've also played the John Wick game, the John Wick game also uses a very similar system, although modified. So the shield bash was an interrupt skill right there. That has left us. We have Vengeful Stance. What does that do? All right, so we can target our own active unit to launch. It's an interruptive skill. Oh, there it is over here on the right. Cancel the first melee attack and deal up to 900 melee damage. Let's go. All right, so if anybody tries to attack me, I assume she's going to intervene with that and smack him in the face. Yes. Face smackage. Oh, that's cool. I like that a lot, actually. So he actually came in and went for the attack right there. She has a fully animated kind of dodge animation to get out of the way of it and then counter. That's cool. Most games, like, they usually wouldn't have something integrated like that. Like, this guy would swing and there'd be kind of a can dodge animation. But the two unit models look like they were actually connected by their animation in some way. We've got Spear Tornado right here. We're going to have to smack all this with an AoE. And that's going to go off right there. It's pretty rad. All right, so we've got another delayed shot over here. We're probably going to have to shield bash that, I guess. Oh, wow, a whole bunch of them. Oof. About to get smacked. Wonder what he's up to. Okay. So apparently we can go to an action point burst. If we use our last 50 AP, it'll push our unit back to 100 on the timeline, so we can burst only when we need extra moves. Okay. Like I said, this is going to be one of those things that I've got to feel out the nuance of it. I've never been the kind of person that can learn something from reading it. I'm kind of a hands-on learner. I kind of fiddle with things, and by fiddling, I end up learning them. So some skills like Shield Charge can delay the next time an enemy will do something. All right. So we probably want to dodge the percent chance. Where is that at? Oh, it's right there. Okay. And then we also have armor. So apparently we deduct 70 damage from every hit that we're going to take over here. All right, so we need to shield charge this guy right here because he's got the pistol. So, like, we don't really have much of an option. We got to, like, stop the massive blast that was taking place right there. The other thing that I would probably do right now, since he got... So this guy right here, he got pushed back in the TL pretty far. That guy I don't think is going to be able to get after us. I think, like, a really, really good idea might be Vengeful Stance. Yeah, so I'm going to set that up because I think this guy's going to close and he's going to try to get me right there. And then we will end our turn, I suppose. That put me just perfectly on 50 initiative, or 50 AP right there, which means I didn't go into burst mode. There's the slash that should result in the kill. Yeah, we got the kill too. Hopefully this dude does not move as far as I think he's going to move. This guy, oh no, we still got our turn back. Nice. Okay, so slash this guy now. Finish you off. That was actually fairly easy peasy. That dude's down. I'm going to go for another Vengeful Stance over here, actually. Vengeful Stance seems like a really good utility. Like, if you can get to it, it kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you guys have ever played Mordheim before, but Mordheim has different, like, stances. You have, like, a dodge stance, you have, like, a counter stance, you have, like, a block stance, and you always want to save AP in order to end your turn in one of those. That's kind of like one of the core rules of playing Mordheim, is that you always end with one of those things active. And so anyways, it kind of reminds me of that in its own small way. Like, it's not exactly the same, but it reminds me of it. That's not good. I don't like that. Yeah, that wasn't my plan. I wanted the counter to go to that guy right there. So he's up in 16 units. I think we're going to have to slash this dude. So we'll get him out of the way. And then this guy right here, I think I'm going to have to go full burst. It's going to put me to the end of the TL, which is unfortunate. But it allows me to close the gap, deal some damage, and also get my Vengeful Stance up. Really anything to mitigate damage and make it so that I don't take a hit right here is what I want to go for. Quite a few enemies. Yeah, go ahead and do what you gotta do there, Palorino. Luckily, they spawned in really, really far back, so I'm not super worried. It's going to take how much AP to get over there? 27, so it's probably 30 right there, so it's 3 per go. How much HP does he have? 814, and there's 2 of them. I'm going to award that a yike. I'm going to move over to here. I like the movement. That was pretty cool, that little dash step thing that she does. It's got kind of like an anime-infused feeling to it that I think really sort of sells the motion and the speed of the combat. It sort of imbues like a style on the combat of what's happening, even though it's a turn-based game, which naturally slows the whole thing down. When they dash around like that during their move, it makes you kind of think of things in a real-time way, and it's almost like an anime episode or something like that. Let's go Vengeful Stance, I guess. I don't want to go too nutty with like all of my burst abilities and whatnot. I'm trying to keep it tight for right now. Because like he's gonna close up with us. We're gonna dodge it, we're gonna whack him, so there we go. Vengeful Stance continuing to be just an absolutely fantastic utility for us to be using against these guys. He has reinforced his armor up to 170. We have no spawns on this turn. I may go full burst on this guy. I haven't really decided. What does Imbued Blade do? Yeah, let's do that. It was cool. I dig it. It was a pretty sweet ability. I like how they get splashed with the bloodstain and whatnot, too. Let's go ahead and we'll just kind of finish him off. I know that our damage has been reduced pretty considerably by any buffs that these guys are putting on top of themselves. I sort of feel like she's not looking so great.
He is here, the chosen one. I don't want to harm you, little one.
But we want to harm you very much.
Failed. You most of all. I fought with every bone and sinew. All I am, I leave to you. Take it. My blood is my legacy. May it spill forth into an army to rend suffering from its host.
My voice destroyed a city. It's not enough. How soon will you hatch? I want you in this world. I want to see what you can do. To those that hurt me. To those you will hurt. I can't wait.
What an odd art style. I really dig it, though. I'm a big fan of like what they're going for right now with the art style. It's almost got like a little Tim Burton-y vibe combined with like a little bit of Oddworld combined with, it's just got a lot of things going on into it that makes it very, very stark and identifiable.
Do not despair. My life lights your path. Do you remember our journey together? This time, let me guide you. You will wield my memories like a sword, and with them, grow our army.
Okay, well, like, let's get to it.
This dark corner of existence is a harbinger. Soon all will follow. The very fabric of our reality is threatened. My last breath is near. My daughters, you are of me. Put an end to suffering.
Alright, so Othercide is a game about sacrifice and tough choices. Your progress is autosave, so no turning back. The enemies in Othercide are lethal, and every mistake will cost you dearly. Daughters will die, you will lose, only to rise stronger again. This game expects you to fail, but failure is not the end. After ending a run, you restart with additional bonuses and even the ability to resurrect fallen daughters. Alright. That boy is mine.
From this side of the veil, I can give you my daughters, birthed from my soul. You will need them to fight.
Alright, so this is the chrono map. So we can manage daughters from the inner void, select our next mission. Alright. What will it wants me to go to the inner void, so I suppose that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the game along with me, and we'll do the inner void. Alright, so we can manage our daughters here. We can go to the birthing pool, which means that we can germinate a daughter, which really does not have an artistic ring to it. Germination is not the way that I like to describe the process of creating children. It's not sexy. It doesn't have a good veneer on it. It doesn't have, you know, that 2 coats of gloss. I really feel like we could find better wordage to really, you know, to put some hustle on this and make it pop a little bit more. Apparently her name is Miracle. Now we'll go with Amaranth. That's what I always name my female characters and stuff. I don't know. It's the one that I always go with every time. Alright, so she's like a samurai lady with a sword. Gotcha. She's got 500 health, 18 armor, 4 dodge. Our last character had no dodge, so that was pretty cool. Oh, cool. So we can choose. We can be a shield bearer, a blade master, a soul slinger. They're probably going to, like, make me do one of these. Assign a class. I got to go for guns. Guns are too awesome. I have to. Like, who wants a Grampus weapon like a sword when you can have just, like, guns? And look at the guns. They're super cool. They've got floating little crystal triangles.
The others are converging, warping reality. You must stop suffering from feeding. Go. Close the first synapse.
Okay. I will close the first synapse. Alright, so our missions are called synapses, and they appear each day. Beat a synapse to close it. Alright, cool. Sounds good. Let's go do this thing! And then we can select a daughter. I have 3 of them right here. So we have a blade master. Oh, dude, I should have made a shield bearer. I didn't realize that. Main. There we go. Yep, let's just do it. So we've got 2 gunslingers. I do like how they all look like the mother, or the red mother, whatever her name is, but they look slightly different. Like, they've got different hairstyles and stuff, but at the same time, the facial features are basically, like, identical, like little clones. I sort of dig it.
Farewell, daughters.
Alright, so while a unit is engaged in melee combat, attacks coming from the flank or the back hurt more. Good to know. I like it when my load screens teach me how not to suck.
Ambition. How many more?
Alright, so what are we... Oh, they're looking at us from the rocks right there. God, dude. Like, the art design of this game is just, like, so cogent. Like, the idea is so crystallized with regards to just, like, the weird ambience that the game possesses. Let's see here. We've got a plague guard over there who's at 1221. We've got that guy over there. Alright. Let's go ahead and actually what I'd prefer to do is, if I could, I'd like to sort of unify everybody over here, if at all possible. Does everybody else move, like, at the same time? No? Okay. You over here. Yeah, we basically want to get everybody over to this side, and strategically, we're kind of surrounded right now. When you're surrounded, the only real option you have is to push one direction with everything that you have and hopefully break through. And so that's exactly what I'm going to go for right now. We'll basically set up over here. We'll wait and see what the enemy does. I think we should have the show of force to really knock these guys off their pedestal. And then... yeah, I think we should be alright. Maybe. We have Imbued Blade over here. Is that all that we have? This may force her to burst, and I don't know if I want her to. But we'll get a little bit of damage off right there. I mean, I already closed, so we've got 2 more turns right after this on the TL, so why panic too much? How far does my shot go? Also, can I shoot through my own people? I'm going to go over to here. Okay. Didn't hit quite as hard as I had hoped. Everybody else already bursted, so just like, I suppose keep bursting. My guess is that I need to flank this guy. That's what I'm thinking, is that he's got like a bonus to his armor if you hit him from the front. I'm gonna move over to here and I'm gonna test it out. Let's find out. Got an intercepting round. Interrupt the first attack on an ally within 10 range. But it's gonna cost 10% of our HP, so we're gonna lose like 49 HP for that. I wanted to test this first. Okay, so yeah, you definitely want to flank this guy. Flanking him is the smart play. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to kill this guy. These characters definitely don't hit as hard as I had hoped that they would hit. I'm thinking we may have to actually get them in behind the enemy before we're going to be able to do much that's effective. I'm definitely missing out on having a character with that shield bash ability, because then we can just shove people to the back of the TL. Oh, nice! We got a dodge proc right there. I'll take it. Okay, so you move over to here. Let's see what the difference is.
Shred them down.
Okay, so the backstabs are fairly considerable. Like, that's really the thing you have to be aware of, is that, like, backstabs are pretty good. Alright. I'm gonna end my turn right there. I mean, I could move into right there, but it looks like they're going to adjust their facing. Yeah. They're going to adjust their facing. Oh, wow. Yeah, it was just that other guy. I guess he's, like, really, really immune to frontal attacks. Whereas these guys right here, you can pretty much whittle them down however you want. We are...
Bleed them dry.
You might as well. I mean... I think this is going to be our last turn anyway, so I'm not super concerned about going crazy hard in the paint right now if it closes up the battle. So there was our first battle right there. Actually, what this kind of reminds me of, it kind of reminds me of Massive Chalice in a way. I don't know how many of you guys ever played Massive Chalice, but Massive Chalice was kind of an interesting little game. Where every single day you took your team out, sort of XCOM infused. Every single day your job was to take your team out and kind of deal with these little crises that were all over the place to try to save the world. You know, it was a bit of like a time-traveling XCOM almost, where every time like your team of heroes would die, it would put you like 1,000 years into the future and the world would age and stuff like that. Really kind of a curious game, and in some ways this reminds me of it. Whereas we get... Oh, we almost get double turns before this guy's back up in here. Nice, that's good to know. And that, let's just move everybody into position first. You get up here and please lock the... maybe don't burst yet. Okay, I was gonna say we get like a few turns before this guy's actually gonna be able to do anything. So let's just kind of chillax. I don't know if this guy's locked in just yet, but I am gonna go for the backstab over here because just I'm an animal like that. There we go. That's what I like to see. That's that real damage right there. I'm probably going to use, like, her entire turn opening up on this guy, and then we'll give the kill to Desire. There we go. And so that was our first battle. Pretty flawlessly executed. I'm actually really, really pleased with the way that that turned out. I expected worse from myself because I'm naturally bad at video games. Never been good at them.
My daughter is spent. She must rest till a new day.
Oh, okay. So, like, effectively, you get to deploy to, like, 1 crises per day.
We will slow suffering's progress.
3 level ups right there, which is really, really good to see. Can't say that that upsets me, so we'll see what kind of customization and things are available here in just a minute. A recollection ends if you have no way to continue and if you get beaten by a boss, if you choose to end it yourself. This will let you start try a new try on the first day. It gives more access to shards. Okay. So we've closed the synapse. We have to take a mission every single day. we need to rest, and so I suppose we will hang out and rest till the next day. Alright, so we've got new skills that are going to be available for us. We'll go back to the Inner Void, which is normally where we make new daughters, but for right now, we'll start selecting people. There's our new skill right there. So instead of shooting, each time you unlock a new skill, we have to choose between different abilities. We got Shadow Round. So 219 damage to an enemy in range, taking damage from an ally. Okay, so it's a reaction ability. It costs HP, which is rough. I don't know how much they heal in between days, so it does seem like the gunslinger is largely going to be like bleeding themselves in order to get a lot of these abilities off. We also have Wrathful Rain, which means that it's an AoE attack. Since I have 2 of these, I'll probably take 1 of each on each character, just so we can play around with different stuff and see how it goes. Shadow Round does seem pretty useful. It allows you to kind of like aim, and then if somebody else smacks the enemy, you get like a double attack off. It costs HP, which means that it doesn't cost you AP, which I think is probably really, really nice. We've got Lightning Strike over there, and we've got Immovable Stance. React to an enemy finishing movement in melee range and deal up to 495. It's pretty useful. I like it. We've also got Dash 5 Tiles, deal 365 damage. I really feel like reactive abilities are a strong idea here. So apparently they also develop sort of traits as they go along. This character right here, Desire, got aggressive, which means she just gets 50 more damage on like every attack. I like things like that. That actually adds an emergent layer to the gameplay that I think keeps people coming back for more. Randomness is always a good thing, especially in a game where you're expected to play over and over and over and over again. You want to see some variability there. Let's see here.
Remember their courage.
I don't know if I want to birthing pool anybody right now. We've got like 550 of our resources. I would like to get the shield bearer so that we can sort of have like a little bit more variable options, I guess. But I mean, we can only take 3 of them at a time with us on a mission, so like why stress about it? Apparently, we've also got like a little codex over here. It's going to give us access to what looks like a bit of an art gallery on top of sort of a journal. It's going to allow us to kind of learn about the universe, codices, if you will. Remembrances are also over here, too. So apparently, they give us access to bonuses that last through our entire recollection. So a remembrance remains unlocked once it is unlocked, even if you start a new recollection. So unlocking remembrance doesn't unlock it or activate it automatically. We have to use shards. Okay. Sound like a plan to me. I'm not like super sure what I just did right there. But I do think we should probably attack one of these. Let's go for it. It's a good idea. Let's go ahead. They've rested for the day anyways, and so we'll put her in right there. We'll put her in right there, and we'll put her in right there. Perfect.
What more must we sacrifice before the end? What they did to this child. What forces they arrayed against an innocent.
Okay. 9 enemies on this one. Where, pray tell, are these enemies at? So they've got to come all the way around before they can do anything. Do we got any baddies over here? We do. Okay, so let's move everybody up, I guess. We'll move her to here. Nope, move to there. There you go, perfect. Then we'll end your turn. I'd like to just get everybody up and organized, but yeah, this game's called Othercide. I hope you guys dug it. It seems pretty cool. If you wanted to get this game for yourself, I'll have a link for you down below. You can check that on out. Thank you for stopping on in. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block was not an indie game. It's from Focus Home Interactive, but still kind of a cool little strategy game. I will see you all later. Thank you for stopping on in. How you doing? Take care. Make sure you leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Check out the Discord, which I have listed down below, and also my Twitch stream where I'm live every single day of the week. And that's all I got for you. Goodbye, everybody.